This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
And here is a live picture from Lafayette, Louisiana, where Harvey has now made a second landfall. Amazing phenomena. Hits Texas, backs up, goes into Louisiana.
Wow, just devastating, this entire situation for so many people in Houston and now heading towards Louisiana,
Yes.
just a day after the anniversary of Hurricane Katrina.
That's right. Let's get more on the forecast from meteorologist John Scalzi. Hey, John.
Hi. We are so lucky here we get a chance to dry out today with a big ridge of high pressure building in and drier air aloft. We'll have nothing but sunshine for the day today. It looks pretty nice. We do have a few scattered showers out in Gulf waters, but they're lifting north away from land. Not a big issue for us. Otherwise, we do have a line of showers extending way out in the central Gulf of Mexico. That is part of the circulation around Harvey that'll eventually become a cold front, work its way closer to Florida, change our weekend weather. We'll talk about that coming up in a few minutes. For today, look for a lot of sun, little chance of rain, and very warm temperatures. Complete forecast coming up in a few.
All right, John, talk to you soon. Checking first alert traffic now. First off on State Road 70, some problems in the eastbound lane as you get to 301. Farther south now into Sarasota, a little blip on the screen as you pass along the Bayfront by Ringling and Main and wait at the light there by the Ringling Bridge. Also south of Clark Road, heading southbound on 41. All clear right now in South County at 6:02 on your Wednesday morning.
Topping our news this hour, the devastating flooding and disaster in Houston continues to unfold after Harvey, with some areas receiving a U.S. record of over 51 inches of rain. Rescue
teams are overwhelmed and now more civilian groups are pitching in. ABC's Maggie Rulli has details.
America's fourth largest city is at a standstill, reeling from the 100 trillion gallons of water Harvey left behind.
There they are.
First responders and volunteers alike are racing against rising floodwaters. More than 7,000 people have been rescued so far. Many plucked from their roofs, desperately clinging to Coast Guard baskets. But the calls for help just keep coming in.
I hate to think that there are people in these houses.
At least 1,000 people are still in urgent need of help.
Don't give up on us. Seek the higher ground. We will get to you.
Linda was trapped in her car on the highway for 2 days.
All I can say is there are angels out here.
Those rescued are often left with only the damp clothes on their back and anything they could grab. Shelters are beyond capacity. The Houston Convention Center, with 10,000 taking shelter inside, nearly doubled their limit. Now the NRG Center will open its doors to thousands more. With Harvey moving on, there's the fear of what's left to find once the water begins to recede. Authorities confirm Harvey has taken the lives of at least 11 people, with many more unaccounted for.
It's just been a nightmare just waiting.
The community is now relying on each other and the kindness of thousands of strangers who have kept the donations pouring in. Houston's mayor says the focus today will remain on rescue and safety, and he's put a mandatory curfew in place between midnight and 5 a.m. he says is going to last indefinitely. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, Houston, Texas.
Well, if you're interested in donating to Hurricane Harvey relief efforts, make sure you do your research before handing over your hard-earned cash. The Better Business Bureau is warning that people could be scammed by those trying to make money off the catastrophe. There are many pages of fundraisers related to Harvey on GoFundMe.com. Some have been created by what appears to be people directly affected by the storm, while others were set up to collect money on behalf of victims. Those are the requests where you need to be careful. Be sure to go to the Better Business Bureau's website, give.org, where you can find a whole list of reputable charities.
Meantime, a Florida blood center is doing its part to help Harvey victims in Texas. One Blood sent a second shipment of blood to the Lone Star State yesterday and plans to send more later on today. The center has sent nearly 300 units of blood so far and will continue to supply blood until further notice. Floodwater is stopping Texas blood centers from collecting, so all eligible donors in Florida and elsewhere are encouraged to donate as soon as possible. All blood types are needed, especially O negative and O positive blood. And today you can help those affected by the storm and have a full stomach. Several Moe's restaurants are donating $1 for every burrito purchase throughout the day today. The Moe's in Northport and Port Charlotte are both taking part. The money will go toward the Hurricane Harvey Relief Fund.
Developing overnight, the White House says all options are on the table after another provocative missile launch by North Korea. The rogue regime sent a ballistic missile over Japan before it landed in the Pacific Ocean. The Japanese government taking it very seriously, sending text alerts telling citizens to take cover. The U.S., South Korea, and Japan have now called for an emergency UN Security Council meeting.
No country should have missiles flying over them like those 130 million people in Japan. It's unacceptable. They have violated every single UN Security Council resolution that we've had.
The UN has already imposed sanctions on North Korea. U.S. Ambassador Nikki Haley admits there are not many options left. North Korea's ambassador to the UN is now accusing the U.S. of driving the Korean peninsula towards, quote, an extreme level of explosion, adding that U.S. pressure would give North Korea grounds to take action.
New this morning, an Oregon mother is behind bars after her 11-year-old son called 911 to report her for drunk driving. This is 30-year-old Nicole Norris, arrested for something called DUII in Oregon after failing several field sobriety tests, and now she could face more charges. Deputies there say Norris was headed home when her son, as well as 2 other drivers, called police to report her erratic driving. Her blood content level was twice the legal limit. Thankfully, no injuries were reported.
Education Secretary Betsy DeVos is being criticized after her visit to 2 Tallahassee schools yesterday. DeVos visited a religious private school and a charter school. About a dozen protesters greeted the Education Secretary when she arrived. Protesters called the visit a photo op and publicity stunt, ridiculing DeVos for not visiting any traditional public schools.
Seeing that she's coming to a school that is so specialized for, people who are financially able to come to a private school and not, a wider representation of our community at a public school, it's definitely, I don't think it's a good representation.
DeVos has long advocated for alternatives to traditional public schools. Her trip comes as the administration has set aside $1 billion that could be spread to school districts that establish school choice programs. And a 13-year-old Florida boy collapsed and died between classes at his school on Monday. It happened at Delora Middle School, and officials aren't quite sure they know what caused it. The boy was pronounced dead at the hospital. The assistant superintendent said no one could find anything that led up to that collapse. Zachary was a youth football player who played for the South Beach Seahawks in Satellite Beach. An autopsy will be performed to determine the cause of death.
The University of Tampa has fired a visiting assistant professor after a recent tweet about Hurricane Harvey. Professor Kenneth Story removed the thread, but it originally suggested that Harvey's destruction is karma for Texas voting Republican. The university wrote in a Facebook post that it stands in solidarity with those impacted by the hurricane.
Another high-ranking Florida Highway Patrol official has resigned over speeding ticket quotas. The FHP's second highest-ranking official is gone amid an ongoing review into whether troopers were ordered to meet ticket quotas. Lieutenant Colonel Michael Thomas resigned after it was discovered he sent an email encouraging troopers to write 2 tickets an hour. In his resignation letter, Thomas says the email was a grave error and could have been interpreted as an order. Earlier this month, a major with Tallahassee's troop resigned after he told troopers they weren't writing enough tickets. State officials say ticket quotas are not allowed.
Hey, a quick shout out for the young tennis player who won the Sarasota Open. Last night he played 5 sets against Roger Federer and went 5 sets. Francis Tiafoe, a 19-year-old. Now think about him. He won the Sarasota Open this past April. His father was the maintenance guy at a tennis club, and he slept in the massage rooms. Came out and watched lessons the next morning, picked up enough, and now he's the best player ever out of College Park, Maryland.
It's incredible.
It is.
Nice story.
I remember you did a story about that.
Yeah, he's a nice kid. He won the Open, and last night again went 5 sets, but lost to Roger Federer in the U.S. Open last
Well, hey,
night.
that's a good accolade to take home.
Yeah, right. Badge of honor.
Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
We'll have a forecast in a second.
Also still ahead, the first alert traffic, and the rescue effort is on across the Texas coast.
We'll tell you more on what's next and the Houston rescue efforts for some families lucky enough to be saved when we come back.
Tell me how the day unfolds. Traffic fast, or traffic slow. This feeling is so fine, I gotta say. You're just a touch away. You're everywhere, got you everywhere. Everywhere I go, whoa, go. Everywhere I go, whoa,
to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee counties since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
Attention Sarasota and surrounding cities. After 25 years in Sarasota, Bacon's Furniture and Design will be moving to create Southwest Florida's largest and most dynamic furniture store. We must liquidate everything in the store at huge savings as fast as possible. Do not miss this opportunity to purchase quality sofas, bedrooms, dining rooms, patio furniture, mattresses, and more. All at the absolute lowest prices possible. The Bacon's Furniture and Design relocation sell-off. Nobody beats Bacon's.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
When severe weather strikes, trust ABC7 First Alert Weather. We're here for you. Now your ABC7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
So if you head out the door right now, you'll notice a kind of a humid, sticky feel to the air. That's because temperature and dew point are exactly the same, coming in at 75. And when you have temperature and dew point equal, that's 100% relative humidity. And that's what you got out there right now. But aloft, the air is very dry. You'll have starry skies and a sunny start once dawn breaks across the region. So we'll be looking at very little chance of rainfall today because of that dry air aloft. But at the surface, the humid air, as we continue with our evaporation process of the surface moisture that's collected from recent rains, will make it feel very humid again this afternoon. 74 degrees, Wauchula, Arcadia, Mayaca, Parrish, Bradenton, Lakewood Ranch at 75, so is Northport, Punta Gorda at 76, as is Venice, 77 in Inglewood, and Longboat Key, the hot spot, coming in at 78 degrees. Across the region, a couple areas of disturbed weather, obviously focusing our attention in the northern Gulf waters now as Harvey makes landfall, has made landfall in Louisiana. Just to the west of Cameron, it's moving to the north a little faster, but still pretty slow, and it's continuing to pump a lot of rainfall up through Louisiana and even the state of Florida. Now, for us, we don't have, for New England, they don't have much of a chance of seeing this area of low pressure develop. It had a chance yesterday, didn't do it, and so consequently it's just a low pressure area moving off the coast. There's the rainfall in Florida caused by Harvey. That's for the extreme western panhandle of the state. For the peninsula itself, it's dry. That dry air aloft shutting off the rain machine today. We'll have plenty of sunshine, warm afternoon temperatures consequently because of all the sunshine we get. And the radar right now will look like the radar this evening, pretty clear of any echoes. That drier air, very visible as this tan color in our water vapor imagery here. We've colorized the dry air tan for you. And you can clearly see that it is solidly in place over the Suncoast and the entire southern tip of the state. Now, with time, that's going to change. As we head into Friday, we'll start to moisten up our atmosphere. And then Harvey, moving on shore, will become extra tropical and gain the characteristics that we're familiar with when we have an area of low pressure, a warm front and a cold front, and that cold front will approach us on the weekend and up our rain chances. So mostly sunny skies today, hot afternoon, and then rainfall this weekend, and some of that rain could be heavy. Across the tropics, we continue to watch this area of disturbed weather, 90% chance of development, and it could become a tropical depression within a day or two. It's forecast to continue on a westerly track. We don't have to worry about this over the long Labor Day weekend, but as we head into next week, we're going to have to keep an eye on it and see what it does. Forecast models keep it on a westerly track, and of course, at this time of year, with a hurricane out in the mid-Atlantic, need to keep an eye on that. 50 to 60% chance of showers by Friday into Saturday, and then we return to our typical kind of summertime pattern by next week. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, John. Taking a look at your first alert traffic this morning in Manatee County, your biggest slowdowns really are in downtown Bradenton on 64 heading into the downtown area. Other than that, I-75 looking good as we head into Sarasota County. Some slowdowns on 41 as you pass by the Stickney Point Bridge and you're heading southbound into South County. Pretty quiet throughout that area. Not a whole lot going on across the Suncoast at 6:17 on your Wednesday morning. Well, the massive rescue effort continues this morning as thousands are still stranded in flooded areas across Houston.
Reporter Gary Tuckman has more on families looking to get out of their homes and into shelter before it's too late.
Rising water surrounds an upscale neighborhood in southwestern Houston. Firefighters from the small town of Weimar, Texas, have brought several boats and joined by Houston police officers and us go on the rescue. Just a few minutes into the search, a woman opens her door and yells that she and her husband want to be taken out, but can't find their cat. Brenna Norwood and her husband Steve have lived here for decades, raised their children here. They say it has never flooded before. It's all shocking. A police officer spots their cat.
So the cat's back there? And what's his name?
Moochie.
Moochie. Come on out, Moochie. There you go. Oh, there's Moochie.
He's very scared. Come on, Moochie.
There is little time to bring much else out of the house. Pets and valuables are pretty much it. The home is heavily damaged. The Norwoods hope they're able to come back soon. But for now,
all right, so we can come on in.
They board the fire department boat and evacuate like so many other Houstonians. This neighborhood symbolizes how volatile the situation is. It wasn't even underwater 24 hours ago. And now you see what's happened here. Minutes later, another family makes it clear they too want out, opening the door of their house. They don't want to wait for the water to get any higher.
Here we go. It's okay. We'll get that. There you go. Okay. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
A father, mother, and daughter live here, and they too say they've never seen flooding on their street before.
I'm a little devastated, but, we'll get by.
Word of the rescue boat's arrival brings other residents out of their houses with pets and belongings. This couple is engaged to be married.
So if you want to hop in, go ahead.
And now very grateful they're okay, but wondering what will happen next.
Yesterday morning, we were dry, and I really thought we were home free.
Boy, a sharp turn in their lives, huh?
Certainly, and it's so devastating to see what's happening now, but just imagine a few weeks from now when some of that water recedes, what's going to be left underneath all of that. It's so devastating to look to.
Another fallout here is still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast. We're going to tell you about water and food prices being illegally spiked by some Texas businesses.
That's right. We'll have more on new accusations of price gouging and the Harvey storm zone when we come back.
Now's the perfect time to work with California Closets. During our Shades of White event, save up to 20% on our beautiful white finishes for any space in your home. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
At Tidewell Hospice, we know it's never too late to say thank you to our military veterans. The Tidewell Honors Veterans Program has provided care to more than 13,000 military families since 2008. Tidewell volunteers help honor veterans through special pinning ceremonies that demonstrate our appreciation for the freedom our veterans fought to defend. If you know a veteran who can benefit from end-of-life care, call or visit tidewell.org today. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Jacuzzi is proud to present our first ever safe bathing event. The Jacuzzi walk-in tub allows you or a loved one to take a safe and relaxing bath. Never climb in and out of a regular bathtub again. Our walk-in tub offers a low step-in threshold, fast drain technology, soothing hydrotherapy, and even a shower handle. Regain bathing independence with a Jacuzzi walk-in tub and enjoy spending more time with loved ones. Why wait any longer? During our safe bathing event, save $750 on a new walk-in tub. Receive $250 in safety upgrades and a $100 Visa gift card. But if you call right now during this program, we'll double the savings to $1,500, double the safety upgrades to $500, and double it to a $200 Visa gift card with your walk-in tub purchase. Call right now to save double on a new walk-in tub. Call now.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on the pedal. You get a clean mop pad that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
Now's the perfect time to work with California Closets. During our Shades of White event, save up to 20% on our beautiful white finishes for any space in your home. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
I'm going to show you a live picture now from Lafayette, Louisiana. Harvey making landfall again. One of the viewers pointed out this morning on my Facebook page that this is actually the 3rd landfall. The first was Mexico.
That's right. You're right.
Second,
I do remember that.
Second Houston, now the 3rd Louisiana. Looks very peaceful there right now, but we'll find out more about the scene there as dawn breaks. And there's how you can get a hold of us. You can send us instant messages or post pictures, ask questions, or check out our pages. I just posted something this morning about a car accident this morning at Fruitville and 301. Check out a picture of that. So feel free to take part. It's your show too.
Yeah, welcome back. It is 6:23 this morning, and there are new accusations of price gouging in the Texas storm zone this morning.
ABC's Candace Gibson has details.
In this morning's GMA First Look, Texas tempers flaring. Furious over markups on necessities, like this man selling water out of his truck, accused of marking up bottles by 500%.
So you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Now, in the middle of this massive crisis, the Texas Attorney General says he's already received more than 600 reports of price gouging.
We've seen water up to $99 for a case of water. We've seen fuel prices up to $20 a gallon.
Check out one woman's receipt from a Corpus Christi convenience store. She says she was charged nearly $70 for only 2 cases of beer at a Raceway. Raceway says it's investigating the incident. The store manager apologizing, telling ABC News overnight it was a clerical error and not price gouging, adding, "We did give a full refund." And coming up at 7 o'clock, we'll have full team live coverage from Texas. With your GMA First Look, I'm Candace Gibson, ABC News, New York.
Who knew that my period or sex, even soap, could throw off my pH balance?
Only Vagisil pH Balance Wash has lacto-prebiotic. Use it every day to help support a healthy feminine pH. Get more from your wash. Get better intimate health. Vagisil.
Eucerin has been solving dry skin problems for over 100 years. Discover Eucerin Advanced Repair. It moisturizes dry, itchy, rough skin for immediate relief and proven 48-hour moisture. For healthier looking skin, look for Eucerin, now in the red cap.
Here at Persil, the top-notch team of stain experts has performed over 10,000 stain evaluations to prove Persil delivers a premium clean.
We've made a new stain with wasabi and goji berries.
Make that 10,001.
Persil Pro Clean.
How do you like your coffee?
Now that I'm drinking Reese's, it's like I'm saying trick or treat every time I open my fridge. A treat. I like it international, and I expect to be delighted.
Hi, I'm Chef Allen. This is Chef Bob from Publix Aprons Cooking School. Bob, what are we going to cook today?
We're going to do a butternut squash, sage, cheese ravioli with chicken sausage.
Sounds good to me.
Chicken stock, fresh raviolis, pretty cool stuff. This is a dish that you can make all in one pot with pasta, and I'll show you how we do that. In here we have Publix chicken sausage or turkey sausage or regular sausage, whatever you want to use. We're making this kind of healthy for you. I browned this off a little bit. Little oil because chicken sausage doesn't have a lot of fat in it.
Okay.
You know, you got to be careful with that. So we're going to take some shallots. And everybody, this is a shallot in case you don't know. This is what you use when you're cooking if you want it to taste like a restaurant.
Absolutely.
We always say that. All right? So we're going to take some shallots. Whoa.
Careful there, Bob.
Stir this around. And butternut squash we're going to put in. This is butternut squash, everybody. This is a baby one. I found a baby one down there. Now, if you don't want to dice this up, at Publix, in the produce department, they have it already diced. So right here, we're going to put a little butternut squash in here. So now we have squash, we have sausage, we're going to put some garlic in there, and then a little bit of this garlic herb butter.
Nice.
All right, this is the only part that's probably bad for you. A little garlic herb butter. Now what you want to do with this is stir this around, let this cook, add some chicken stock to it, all right? Now, about a cup of chicken stock. What you want to do with this is take fresh raviolis, not frozen, put them in there, all right? This way you don't have to cook the pasta twice. We're going to take some sage, all right? We'll take a little bit of fresh spinach, and if you put this all in here and put a lid on it, it cooks for you and thickens up.
Looks great, Bob. Starting tomorrow, be sure to stop by your Publix Aprons Simple Meals kiosk to pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients to make this wonderful dish.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-628-1251, 800-628-1251.
This is an important medical announcement. Talcum powder products from some of the best-known brands have been linked to ovarian cancer. Any woman who has used a talcum powder product and has been diagnosed with ovarian cancer may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that women with long-term use of talcum powder, including baby powder for feminine hygiene, can increase the risk of contracting ovarian cancer. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to women who should have been warned about the risks of ovarian cancer with long-term use of talcum powder. Call the Talcum Powder Hotline. If you or a loved one used talcum powder and were diagnosed or died from ovarian cancer, you must call now.
Call 800-570-7599, 800-570-7599.
My name is Haley. I have Fragile X syndrome. I work with Chartwells at Einstein's and FAU. I like being up front and interacting with students. The students are very nice and very hungry. Having a job is a big ticket for independence.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
The ABC 7 First Alert Hurricane Guide. Download yours today.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, Center Lake families are returning to their homes in South Manatee County after being forced to evacuate, how they're hoping to recover from recent flooding.
Plus, look at this. Floodwaters have stranded some cows in eastern Sarasota County. We'll tell you what's going on there.
And just days after a Confederate monument is taken down in Manatee County, efforts are underway to bring it back. All those stories and much more right now on Good Morning Suncoast.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Here's a live picture of Tamiami Trail north on Venice Avenue as drivers are heading out this morning at 6:31 on this Wednesday morning.
Nice to see that it is clear out there this morning. No rain in our forecast for this morning as of right now, and some sunshine on our way. Nice to see the sun.
You could be a meteorologist.
No.
That's great. Good morning, John Scalzi.
Good morning. I'm done.
Yeah, I was going to say, she's good at this. Yeah.
We have, you're absolutely right, a lot of sunshine around for you today. Some drier areas moved in, a chance to dry out. It looks absolutely great for us today. Rain chances vanishingly small, actually. We have a few scattered showers out in Gulf waters, but that's it. A line of clouds extends into the central Gulf. Now, that could eventually morph into a kind of cold front that brings us better chances of possibly some heavy rainfall as we head into the weekend. We'll be talking about that in just a moment. Otherwise, daytime highs top out warm today, coming in around 92. We'll have a 10% chance of a shower, mostly in inland areas, and it won't be much to speak of if we get anything at all, and we probably won't. Otherwise, it's going to be a hot and steamy afternoon as surface moisture is still pretty thick. Talk all about it coming up in just a few.
Thank you, John. Checking First Alert traffic right now. 301, a buildup in the southbound lane towards State Road 70. Otherwise, pretty clear in Manatee County. Checking farther south now into Sarasota County. Nothing much to speak of. A little slowdown on 41 north and south as you get around Bay Vista. South County, couple buildups in both directions on US 41.
Topping our news this half hour, residents in a South Manatee County neighborhood are beginning their recovery efforts after heavy rainfall flooded the entire Center Lake neighborhood.
Families that were forced to evacuate earlier this week are now returning to their homes to see what can be salvaged. Most of the neighborhood near Whitfield and 301 is without power, and trash is spread all over lawns. Some residents are looking at 3 to 6 months before they can move back in. For others, it could be even longer.
It's not going to be very safe here. Next flood or next rain, I'm going to sit and freak out, you know.
Now, this is the area that saw the most rain on the Suncoast, as much as 22 inches.
Meanwhile, some people living in another condo complex in Manatee County are dealing with similar flood damage problems. Flooding caused significant damage at Shady Brook Village, where 33 units were damaged. Some condos even had 2 feet of water inside. Management and contractors met with residents yesterday to talk about cleanup efforts in the process of getting new cabinets and flooring installed. One woman says she found herself right in the middle of flooding while on her way home from the grocery store.
The rain just kind of started and it didn't stop. And I barely made it home because of all the flooding on Whitfield. People were going off the roads and ditches.
Bacteria levels were checked as well. The condos were also damaged by flooding from Tropical Storm Hermine last year.
Though the rain has not let up, people living near the Myakka River in Venice are still dealing with the flooding. Some homeowners have returned on paddle boards and kayaks to get to their homes. Residents say they are not panicking quite yet. The river is expected, though, to crest sometime today. Homeowners hope the waters will begin to recede after that.
An update now on Suncoast road closures. All roads in unincorporated Manatee County are back open. All Northport roads are open as well, but there's still some water covering Rough Street. The temporary shelter is still open today, but county officials are hoping to find other accommodations for those staying there. And in Sarasota County, officials are reminding drivers not to take their cars through flooded roadways because even just a few inches of water can make your car float.
All right, 6:35 right now. On to other news. A busy couple of days for homicide investigators in both Sarasota and Manatee counties. First off, Manatee Sheriff deputies say they found the body of a 20-year-old named Corey Owanski inside a car behind a plaza on 53rd Avenue East in Bradenton. Now, foul play is suspected. Deputies say Owanski was last seen by his mother on Saturday. Investigators are now waiting for the results of an autopsy. And in Sarasota, police investigating a suspicious death. The body of a man was found at 22nd Street and Palmadilla on Monday night. Police are still trying to figure out the man's identity. They have not released any information about a possible suspect or a motive.
And a 61-year-old Manatee County man found dead in a flooded street over the weekend has been identified. Investigators say Greg Moravitz was found dead after his wheelchair tipped over in the street. Moravitz has been homeless for the last several years, and detectives have been unable to contact his family. The road where he was found was filled with 6 inches of water from those recent rains.
An effort is underway to restore the Confederate War Memorial in Manatee County. A citizens coalition is calling for Manatee County commissioners to, quote, do the right thing and put the monument back up. After commissioners' recent vote to remove the statue from in front of the courthouse in Bradenton, the group called the decision scandalous, unacceptable, and disrespectful to American veterans. The group started a petition to give to Manatee County commissioners.
Florida is not going to be bullied by Black Lives Matter, the Uhuru movement, Antifa, and anarchists. That's not who we are. Our state is too great to accept all that hate.
The petition asks commissioners to put the monument back up, and it also calls for the resignation of some commissioners who voted for taking it down. The group also asked state lawmakers to protect all Confederate statues throughout Florida. 6:37 now in Sarasota. Nearly 100 people came out last night to learn more about the issue of climate change.
That's right. Our Rick Adams has more.
Sarasota city officials say climate change is very real and they want to be ready for it. Results were released from a study on the current and future effects of climate change on the Sarasota area.
This is critical. You know, the city of Sarasota is being proactive. We're trying to identify what infrastructure is vulnerable in our city and what choices we have to upgrade and be more resilient over time.
Merle and George Chorba came out to this special meeting Tuesday night because they have concerns over climate change, especially because they live near the bayfront.
I'm thrilled that they have taken the steps they have, but it's really important, along with the DOT, to address these issues right now.
Over 200 city-owned assets were evaluated, including drinking water, wastewater, transportation, stormwater, parks, and shorelines. They were evaluated for problems they may encounter by the year 2050 because of sea level rise, extreme temperature change, rainfall, and storm surge.
We found, very specific pipes to lift stations and pump stations and roadways that are vulnerable, so it's all across the board. But we have a lot of detail, and we're ready to get public input on what strategies we should do for those infrastructures that are vulnerable.
Next, the city of Sarasota will release a draft of the plan in October and then get more public input after that.
Our commissioners, both at the county level and the city level, addressing this problem, I think, is very important for all of us.
In Sarasota, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, 6:39 this morning, and take a look at this odd video. Cows stranded on a piece of land surrounded by floodwaters from the recent heavy rain in Sarasota County. The cows are still in a flooded pasture this morning near Palmer Boulevard and Iona Road. Sarasota County emergency management officials say that rather than trying to rescue the cows from the island, it's safer to leave them there for now. The rancher and the sheriff's office made a decision to keep the cows on the island and provide them food, but some nearby residents are concerned about leaving the cows there.
Well, at this point, obviously, they graze all the time. Cows graze all the time. That's what they do. We all know that. They're going to have to bring in some food for them and get it up on that hill.
We're told the cows have plenty of food and water and are being monitored. The rancher is waiting for floodwaters to recede before trying to move the cows anywhere else. I don't know if they're affected.
Yeah.
If they care, I don't know.
Would the milk taste more watery afterwards now?
I hope they get some shade though, because it's going to be warm. Looked like there were a few trees out there.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be hot and it's going to be sunny all day long today.
Really?
So, yeah,
Good.
Slather up with that sunscreen.
Well,
if you're
I've
heading
missed
out
the
there.
sun, I feel like.
Yeah, I know. We all have. We'll talk about the forecast in a second.
All right, still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, your first alert traffic, and a new study might have a solution for those struggling with weight loss.
We'll tell you about a new study you should hear before you step on another scale.
Now's the perfect time to work with California Closets. During our Shades of White event, save up to 20% on our beautiful white finishes for any space in your home. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Attention Sarasota and surrounding cities. After 25 years in Sarasota, Bacon's Furniture and Design will be moving to create Southwest Florida's largest and most dynamic furniture store. We must liquidate everything in the store at huge savings as fast as possible. Do not miss this opportunity to purchase quality sofas, bedrooms, dining rooms, patio furniture, mattresses, and more. All at the absolute lowest prices possible. The Bacon's Furniture and Design relocation sell-off. Nobody beats Bacon's.
Attention blood thinner users. If your loved one took Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered serious internal bleeding, call right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation. The widely prescribed blood thinners Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to a number of dangerous side effects, including internal bleeding, gastrointestinal bleeding, kidney bleeding, stroke, brain hemorrhaging, and even death. If you or a loved one suffered any of these injuries after taking Xarelto or Pradaxa, call right now. You may be owed significant compensation from the manufacturer. Thousands of blood thinner users may have been exposed to serious risk by these dangerous medications. If you or a loved one took Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered serious internal bleeding, call right now. Call Nightline Legal to speak with an experienced attorney for a free consultation. If we don't win, there is no fee. There are time deadlines to file a claim, so don't wait. Call right now.
Call 1-800-554-3987. Again, that's 1-800-554-3987.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beauty Rest, Eye Comfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah.
Now's the perfect time to work with California Closets. During our Shades of White event, save up to 20% on our beautiful white finishes for any space in your home. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert weather forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
Dry air aloft, but you'd hardly notice it here at the surface, certainly, except that we have some clear skies out there. Temperature and dew point are exactly the same, so we have 100% relative humidity outside right now. Feels very sticky. Across the area, 73 Wauchula, Arcadia coming in at 74, 74 degrees in Mayaca City. Becky in Old Mayaca reports in with 68 degrees. Glad to have her back. Parrish coming in at 73, Bradenton at 73, Lakewood Ranch at 74, and 75 degrees in Northport. Close to the coast, a little bit warmer. Longboat Key at 78, 76s in Venice and Inglewood. We have two systems. One could have been a tropical system, but never made it. It has no chance now. It continues to pull away from the northeast out into the open waters of the Atlantic. And Harvey in the process now of becoming an extratropical system slowly over the next day or so. Right now has made landfall in Louisiana just to the west of Camden and is producing a very heavy rain shield across parts of the Deep South, including the Florida Panhandle. We'll continue to watch it lift north. This line of showers that you see here, that could eventually morph into a frontal boundary that could bring us some rainfall as we head into the weekend, but not today. Today, dry conditions across the region. We're looking at very, very dry air aloft. So lots of sunshine around. That's good. That'll help us to develop a good evaporation rate this afternoon and help get rid of some of that water around. By the way, it might be a good idea as we head into the next day or two to kind of police your yard and see if there's any standing water in containers or whatever that you can empty out, because I have a feeling that we're going to be battling some mosquito action here in the next couple of days because of the standing water. A lot of dry air indicated by the tan contours on the water vapor imagery all across the Florida peninsula. That shuts off the rain machine for today and for tomorrow as well. We'll start to moisten it back up on Friday. There's Harvey, as I mentioned, making landfall in Louisiana. Eventually, it's going to morph into an extratropical system and will develop kind of a cold front, and that will gradually drift closer to the state of Florida as we head into the weekend. For today, mostly sunny, a hot afternoon, and then we'll watch for the rain chances to increase this weekend. And by the way, some of the weekend rain chances, I know this is a holiday weekend, there'll probably be a lot of boating activity, etc. It could be some strong storms around on Saturday, so we'll watch for that. Could be some fairly heavy rainfall. Tropics, well, right now the Atlantic is pretty quiet, but we continue to watch this cluster of clouds off the African coast. That wave is given a 90% chance of development by the Hurricane Center, and forecast models continue to push it on a track that steers it west with time. No immediate concern to us as we head into this long holiday weekend, but we'll continue to watch it because some of the computer models do develop it. Here's one long-range computer model that takes it from the coast of Africa into the central Atlantic, and 10 days from now, it's a long time, and certainly there'll be much change in all of this, but it does develop it, strengthen it, and move it in a path that causes us to watch it as we head into midweek next week. Now, again, this is a long-range computer model, and there'll be plenty of changes in the forecast for it as we head into next week. But any computer model that shows that kind of scenario deserves attention as we head into next week, so we can keep a track on that storm and find out where it heads. If you want a closer look at that model, go to my Facebook page, John Scalzi, ABC7. I'll post it on there for you. Look for a 20% chance of showers tomorrow, increasing to about a 60% chance by the weekend. And next week, early next week anyway, we return to a typical summertime pattern. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, John. Taking a look at your first alert traffic this morning in Manatee County, we are seeing traffic pick up throughout your morning commute. I-75 looking good as we head into Sarasota County. Looks like there are some slowdowns on 41 as people make their way out the door this morning. And in South County, looking pretty quiet. Some slowdowns on Business 41 heading northbound throughout South Venice at 647 on your Wednesday morning. In this hour's Health Smart, before you step on that scale, there's a new study out that could help you get those numbers down and keep them down for good. ABC's Arlette Sines shows us how.
Slow but steady weekly weight loss may mean you're more likely to keep the pounds off in the long run. That's according to researchers at Drexel University, who looked at weight loss patterns in nearly 200 participants in a year-long weight loss program. Participants who had weekly weight loss that fluctuated, such as losing 4 pounds but then gaining 1 pound back, were less likely to keep the weight off at both 1 and 2 years. But those who lost consistent amounts of weight, such as 1 pound a week, were more likely to keep their weight under control long term, the effect seen up to 2 years. Researchers unsure why weight variability matters when trying to keep the weight off. But it's another hint that the approach to weight loss may be best won as a marathon instead of a sprint. With this Medical Minute, Arlette Sines, ABC News.
Entertainment news now. British actor Patrick Stewart getting an award named for an American film icon. He'll receive the Gregory Peck Award for Excellence in Cinema at the 16th Annual San Diego International Film Festival. He'll get the prize October 5th at the festival's Variety Night of the Stars tribute. And Houston and Harvey is top of the mind right now, especially for the band Coldplay.
We all grew up loving country music, and of course that's kind of what...
The band had to postpone a show there as Hurricane Harvey approached last week. So Monday night in Miami, they performed a new song they wrote for the flooded city, calling it a one-off that they will never play again. I'd like to hear that song
I
now.
know. I'll definitely have to look it up on social media and see if I can find it, because I'm sure it's a great song.
Yeah, it's kind of like how Elton John redid Candle in the Wind for Dinah after she died. 6:49 right now. Up next, your day's top local news headlines and a new way to deliver pizzas.
We'll tell you what popular pizza chain is trying a new driverless delivery system when we come back.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today.
Discover all the reasons the experts love Subaru during the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru is the best overall brand for 2 years running and the most trusted brand for 3 years running, according to Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com. Right now, you can lease one of Subaru's most versatile vehicles, the Subaru Crosstrek, for as little as $189 a month, or get 0% financing. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
You love your couch and want to protect it from spills, food, and scratching, shedding pets. Introducing Couch Coat, the reversible, washable quilted cover that protects your couch. Shield against spills, wow, stop stains, and dirty pet paws and sharp claws. Plus, it's reversible with 2 stylish colors. Guaranteed to fit any couch up to 92 inches or your money back. It even has covers to protect armrests. Machine washable too.
My grandkids destroy everything, but with Couch Coat, my couch is always protected, looking as good as it did the day I bought it.
Get your Couch Coat for just $19.99, and it's reversible in brown and cream, like 2 couch coats for the price of 1. Order right now, and you can double your offer. Get a second Couch Coat. Just pay a separate fee. Order right now.
Call 1-800-943-0710 to get your couch coat. Call now or go to couchcoat.com. So call 1-800-943-0710. That's 1-800-943-0710. Call now.
My name is Luke Perry, and I am 1 million strong. I'm in the fight against colorectal cancer because I believe we can win it. Colon and rectal cancers are the second leading cause of cancer deaths among men and women in the U.S. Colon cancer is preventable. Know the risk factors and make sure to get screened. There are simple, take-home options available. Take control of your health. Screening for colon cancer isn't embarrassing. It can be life-saving. To find out more about your options, visit fightcrc.org.
That is a pretty good breakfast. You're not even eating.
Not hungry.
No? Why not? What's up?
Kath and I knew that Jenny had been partying a bit. Found out she tried heroin.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
Get all the local information you need before you leave home in the morning. Watch Good Morning Suncoast weekdays on ABC 7 to get breaking news, plus first alert weather and traffic focused on where you live. ABC 7, we're here for you. The ABC 7 First Alert Hurricane Guide arms you with vital information when severe weather threatens the Suncoast. Visit mysuncoast.com and download yours today.
We got our live camera down on the South Trail this morning and on Venice Avenue. Some folks waking up early out on the roads. Pretty shot there, palm trees.
Yep, people on their way to work this morning. 6:53. Let's take a look at some of the top stories on the Suncoast today.
Fruitville and 301 has since reopened after a 2-car accident this morning. About 4:00 a.m. Police on the scene report no major injuries.
Plus, residents of one southern Manatee County neighborhood are returning to assess the damage to their homes. Floodwaters dropped as much as 22 inches of rain around this area near 301 in Whitfield.
And despite the offer of $10 tickets, only 3,000 fans came out last night to watch the Houston Astros play the Texas Rangers in St. Petersburg. The Astros are based here for now until the tropical storm moves away from Houston and it dries out there. They'll play again tonight and tomorrow.
Taking a look at our first alert traffic this morning in Manatee County, looks like there are some slowdowns on 301 and State Road 70 as there normally are on your morning commute. I-75 looking good as we head into Sarasota County. Nothing really to report, just some slowdowns on Fruitville Road, and in South County pretty quiet, just your usual morning commute. traffic problems on Business 41. John?
Plenty of sunshine for us today. Chance to dry out. Daytime high temperature about 92. Harvey has made landfall in Louisiana, west of Cameron, Louisiana, and is slowly morphing into an extratropical system that'll bring a cold front closer to us by Friday into Saturday, and that will up our rain chances then over that holiday weekend, this holiday weekend. And some of the storms over the weekend could be strong, so we'll be watching for that.
Thank you, John. Finally, pizza might soon deliver itself. Ford and Domino's teaming up to test the concept of pizza delivered by driverless cars. Here's how it works. You order what you want, but not a person walking to the door. You'll have to go outside and get the pizza yourself with a 4-digit code from that empty car. During the trial phase, the car will have a driver, though, inside just to watch. But the windows are tinted so customers can't see them either way. The high-tech delivery will be offered to random customers in Ann Arbor, Michigan over the next 5 weeks.
Sure, there's a lot of college kids out in Ann Arbor that are going to be excited about that.
Out of jobs,
It's so strange, you know, when you think about it, because a lot of schools now don't teach handwriting. And if you think about it, our kids' might not know how to drive a car.
That's so strange.
Oh,
isn't that weird?
That's very weird.
Yeah, it's strange.
No more tip for the driver.
Yeah.
That's the good news. All right, we'll leave you now with a picture from Louisiana. Oh, we don't have that for you after all. Harvey has hit the coast of Louisiana. More details now on Good Morning America.